Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning everyone. Today our group will discuss about social media. Firstly, I want to introduce our group members. I'm Nurul Asmadi.
I'm Wan Aidil Aiman Biman Zainal.
I'm Shafiqatullah Yamin.
Let's start our discussion. In today's digital age, social media is more than just a platform for sharing photos or updates. It's a powerful tool that shapes our relationship, influences our opinions, and even impact our careers. From connecting with friends and family to networking personally, social media plays a vital role in how we interact with the world. In this discussion, we will discuss various challenges and issues of social media use. Ideal, what do you think about social media affect our mental health?
Thank you, Nazifa. This is touchy subject because social media has so many beneficial things like friendships, creativity, and the ability to network. However, when dealing with emotional mental health issues, it's important to keep in mind two key points. Firstly, you may experience a sense of comparison, also known as FOMO or the fear of missing out. This can exacerbate anxiety and depression in certain individuals. Secondly, late night screen time will expose you to an excessive amount of electromagnetic field. If that's the case, it could potentially impact your sleep quality. So keep in mind the pros and cons if you are dealing with mental health issues.
I agree with your idea.
Nazifa, what do you think social media doing to our brains?
Thank you, Aidi. I adore a book named Trail today. It continuously stimulates your nucleus accumbens, which produces dopamine as well as the pleasure centers in your brain. However, applying pressure to these areas may them numb, requiring instant excitement and stimulation to elicit any feelings. Social media manipulates us into thinking. However, if you persistently hold the belief that your happiness is elsewhere, you will never find it in your current location. Social media bombards us with current snapshots of others' lives, showcasing seemingly perfect moments that can just leave us yearning for more. We sometimes forget that happiness isn't a destination, it's a state of mind. It's about appreciating the here and now. It's about finding joy in the simple pleasure and embracing the beauty of the present. It can be a source of inspiration, connection, and expression, but it should never define our sense of self-worth or happiness. Ultimately, happiness is where you are, right here, precisely now. I love social media, but social media is hurting some of you. It's a tool. This question is, are you using the tool or is the tool using you? Please believe TikTok is a lie. That's because we don't broadcast our failures, post our challenges, or upload all of our weaknesses. Now, we are only showing you the excellent stuff. And just because we are not only showing you the positive stuff, it doesn't mean there's not some negative stuff that we are working through. Only when you look away from the grass will you find amazing things. On the other side, you can focus where you are. Tira, how does social media contribute to body image issues and affect people's self-esteem?
Thank you, Nazifa. For me, I think body image issue happen when people feel unhappy or uncomfortable with how their body looks. Seeing picture of perfect bodies on social media, TV, or in magazine can trigger this. Many of these images are edited or show only one kind of beauty, which make people compare themselves and feel they don't measure up. This can lead to low self-esteem and make someone feel inadequate about their weight, shape, or appearance. Body image issue can affect both men and women, and they can sometimes lead to problems like anxiety, depression, or eating disorder. It's important to remember that everyone body is different and beauty comes in many forms. I think how does social media contribute to lowering self-esteem by encouraging constant comparison with others?
Thank you, Shafira. And low self-esteem happens when someone doesn't feel confident or positive about themselves. Social media can exacerbate this issue by displaying pictures, videos, and posts that encourage the individuals to compare themselves to others. Many posts on social media show people with perfect bodies, expensive things, or exciting life. With seeing this often can make someone feel like they aren't talented enough, smart enough, or attractive enough. This content comparison can lower their self-esteem, making them feel unhappy or insecure about who they are. It's important to remember that what we see on social media is often not real or only shows the best part of someone's life. Thank you.
Thank you, Aidil. Next, we move to cyberbullying and harassment. Tira, what do you think about this?
Thank you, Nazifa. I think cyberbullying and harassment on social media happen when people use online platforms to hurt or bully others. This can take the form of hurtful comments, the dissemination of false information, or even threats. Unlike face-to-face bullying, cyberbullying can happen anytime, anywhere, make it difficult to escape. It can cause a lot of emotional pains, leading people to feel scared, sad, or alone. In the worst case, this constant harassment can lead to depression, anxiety, or even to suicide. Social media should be a place where people feel safe, but when used to harm others, it can have serious, life-changing consequences. It's important to be kind online and report bullying when we see it.
Thank you, Tira. In my point of view, imagine you post a picture of yourself on social media, feeling proud and pleased about it. Soon, someone leaves a nasty comment saying hurtful things about your appearance. Then, more people join in, making fun of you, calling you your names, or sharing your picture with cruel captions. Every time you check your phone, there are more mean comments or messages. You start to feel embarrassed, ashamed, and afraid to go online. The bullying doesn't stop, and it starts to affect how you feel about yourself. You might feel lonely, anxious, or even scared to leave your house, worrying that people are talking about you. Cyberbullying can manifest in various forms and cause pain due to its perceived inevitability. It's important to remember that you are not alone and there are ways to get help and support. Tira, do you know about the drama Kelas Tahanan Cikgu Hiragi?
No?
The Malaysian drama Kelas Tahanan Cikgu Hiragi presents a compelling story that delves into the complex and critical problem of cyberbullying, examining its effect on students, educators, and society at large. In this series, Cikgu Hiragi, the main character, adopts a fresh approach to combat the cyberbullying epidemic afflicting his school. This creates a tense environment where students must face the repercussion of their online behavior as well as their covert acts, because it reflects the issues that young Malaysians actually confront in the digital era. This drama is timely and thought-provoking for contemporary audience. In Kelas Tahanan Cikgu Hiragi, a high school teacher named Cikgu Hiragi keeps his class captain after a kid named Adam sadly commits suicide as a result of constant cyberbullying. In order to learn the real reason for Adam's suicide, Cikgu Hiragi questioned his student in a heated and emotionally charged exchange that set the stage for the drama. Secrets emerge as the story unfolds, revealing each student's role in the bullying that ultimately led to the catastrophe. So, Aidil, what are the effects of online bullying on Malaysian culture from this drama Cikgu Hiragi?
Thank you, Nazifa. In Malaysia, the problem of cyberbullying has grown significantly, especially among young adults and students who use social media often. Since the internet has changed the way people communicate, bullies can now more easily target their victims by using open or anonymous online forums. Kelas Tahanan Cikgu Hiragi emphasized this feature by showing how vicious gossip, rumor, and a few toothless online remarks can spiral out of control and have a terrible consequence for people. The way in which the drama depicts the psychological damage that cyberbullying causes both victims and offenders is among its most brilliant features. The victim, Adam, stands in for the innumerable kids in Malaysia who endure silent suffering because they are unable to handle the ceaseless onslaught of disparaging remarks and cyberbullying. His sad fate serves as a heartbreaking reminder of the real-world repercussions of cyberbullying, which include mental health conditions such as anxiety and depression, and in the worst case, suicide. The play also makes clear that many cyberbullies are just people who don't understand how serious their actions are rather than being inherently bad people. The children start to comprehend the grief and pain they cause thanks to Cikgu Hiragi unconventional teaching methods, highlighting the significance of empathy and education in the fight against cyberbullying. The drama class Tahanan Cikgu Hiragi has an educational value in addition to being entertaining. It acts as a tool for awareness raising regarding the gravity of cyberbullying. The program emphasizes how important it is to teach young people responsible digital behavior in school, at home, and in society at large. It highlights the value of using appropriate online conduct, protecting the privacy of others, and realizing the potential harm that can result from a single post or comment. The topic of a drama are especially pertinent in the Malaysian environment, where incidents of cyberbullying are on the rise. According to a Cybersecurity Malaysia (CSM) report, cyberbullying cases have dramatically grown recently, with students being the main victims. Theatre plays such as Kelas Cikgu Wiragi are essential for addressing this problem since they provide a cautionary tale as well as an urgent call to action.
Thank you, Aidil. In conclusion, the drama Kelas Tahanan Cikgu Hiragi raised awareness of cyberbullying in Malaysian society in a tragic and relevant way. The compelling narrative, which revolves around the effect of online abuse, compels viewers to contemplate their own digital behavior and our shared responsibility for fostering a safer online environment. The series, seen through the prism of Cikgu Hiragi's classroom, demonstrated that cyberbullying is a real-world problem with potentially devastating effects, especially for Malaysia's younger population. The program promotes knowledge, empathy, and action, which make it an effective viewpoint in Malaysians' battle against cyberbullying. Ideal. What step can individuals and social media platforms take to effectively prevent and address cyberbullying online?
Thank you, Najibah. To help us stop cyberbullying, we can take several important steps. First, it's crucial to be kind and respectful online. When we witness someone experiencing bullying, we should speak up and offer our support. Educating ourselves and others about what cyberbullying is can also make a big difference. Schools and parents can teach kids about the impact of their works and how to treat others well online. It's crucial for someone experiencing bullying to seek assistance from a trusted adult, such as a parent or a teacher. Finally, social media platform can help by creating safer space, allowing users to report bullying and blocking harmful accounts. By working together, we can create a more positive and supportive online community for everyone. Thank you. Okay, Shafira, how can we resolve the issue of harmful online behavior?
Thank you, Aidil. To address the problem of harmful online behavior resulting from anonymity, we can implement several crucial steps. First, social media platform can request users to verify their identities when creating accounts. This makes it harder for people to hide behind fake names and say hurtful things without consequences. Encouraging users to show kindness and respect can also change the online culture. Platform can create clear rules against bullying and harmful behavior, and they should act quickly to remove those who break them. Additionally, educating users about the impact of their word can make a big difference by helping people understand that there are real person behind every screen. We can create a safe and more supportive online environment for everyone.
Thank you, Tira. Let's move to privacy concern. In my opinion, privacy concerns on social media are a big issue because many people share personal information without realizing the risk. When users post things like their location, phone number, or even their daily activities, they can become targets for things like identity theft or data breaches. This means that someone could steal their personal information and use it in harmful ways. Furthermore, platforms such as Facebook and Instagram employ intricate algorithms to amass a substantial amount of user data. Prompting inquires about users' comprehension of their sharing choices and the subsequent use of their information. Many users are unaware that they could sell or use their data for advertising without their consent. It's important for everyone to be aware of what they share online and to think carefully about their privacy settings so they can protect themselves and feel safer while using social media. Okay, let's move to proliferation of false information and fake news. Idea: how does social media spread misinformation and fake news?
Thank you, Nazifa. Social media has made it incredibly simple for information to spread quickly, but that includes misinformation as well. Because platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram allow users to share posts, articles, and videos with just a click. False information can spread just as fast as the truth, sometimes even faster. Thousands of people can share a single misleading post in a matter of hours, spreading across the world before anyone can verify its accuracy. This, this can be especially harmful when the misinformation involves important topics like health or safety. For example, during a crisis or election, rumors or fake news can create a confusion, cause panic, or even lead to dangerous situations. The problem is that people often trust the information they see on social media because it comes from friends or family without questioning whether it's true. As a result, misinformation can go viral before checkers or reliable sources have time to react, making it difficult to correct once it's already out there.
Thank you, Aidil. A notable example of fake news circulating on social media in Malaysian society dates back to 2020, when a false claim about the government offering cash went out to all Malaysians as part of an economic stimulus package spread widely. The misinformation stated that anyone could claim 1,000 by registering through a specific online link. This fake news circulated on platforms like WhatsApp, Facebook, and Twitter, misleading many people. The false information went viral during a time when the government had indeed announced financial aid programs to help citizens affected by the pandemic. However, the fake posts led many to fall victim to potential scams, as some of the shared links were phishing sites designed to steal personal information. The Malaysian Communication and Multimedia Commission (MCMC) and the Ministry of Finance endeavoured to clarify the falsehood of the viral message and advised the public to solely rely on official government channels for accurate information.
Thank you, Zika. This incident not only created confusion but also risks exposing people's sensitive data to scamming. It shows how quickly misinformation can spread on social media in Malaysia, especially when it spread on people's recognition, concerns, or hope during uncertain times. Social media platforms play a significant role in the rapid spread of erroneous information, conspiracy theories, and deceptive content, often prior to verification, thereby posing a serious threat to the propagation of misinformation and fake news. In particular, during information events like election, health crisis, or natural disaster, this causes confusion, worry, and even panic among the people. With the rise of deepfakes, extremely lifelike, digitally altered films or images that blur the boundaries between reality and fiction, it is becoming more difficult to distinguish between reliable news source and fake news. With the use of this technique, user will find it much more difficult to distinguish between reliable and misleading content. Misinformation can therefore swiftly negatively influencing public opinion and undermining confidence in reputable news sources.
I agree with you, Tira. Social media platform algorithm play a major role in the ease with which false information is spread. This algorithm prioritize content that receive a lot of interaction, like shares and comments, over content that may not be entirely true. Sensationalized or emotionally charged misinformation can therefore spread more widely since it tends to elicit a stronger reaction than fair and impartial reporting. Due to the echo chamber effect, people are more likely to see content that confirm their opinions regardless of its reality, thereby exacerbating their inherent prejudice and making it more challenging to tell the truth.
Thank you, Heidi. Let's move to the next one. Tira, can you explain about addiction and overuse of social media?
Thank you, Nazifa. Social media platforms build pictures that encourage addictive behavior, capitalizing on dopamine-driven reward system that keep users engaged for instant period. Continuous scrolling, notification, like and share provide a sense of validation and repeat gratification. This refers the behaviors and start a vicious circle of constant engagement. As a result, users may become addicted to checking the social media account even when it disrupts their other obligation, obligation or daily activities. Because users spend hours reading through their feed and frequently lose track of time. Excessive users of this platform can lead to procrastination and poor time management. Consequently, productivity deadline impacting activities related to a job, education, or personal life. Moreover, excessive reliance on social media might have detrimental impact on one's mental and physical well-being. Comparing oneself to others and constantly seeking approval online can physiologically contribute to heightened feelings of stress, worry, and melancholy. A suddenly lifestyle brought on by extended period of inactivity while using social media can result in physical problems like eye strain, sleep disruption, and weight gain. The brain reward system, which drives this platform addictive qualities, provides a formidable obstacle that impact people's general quality of life as well as their personal well-being.
Thank you, Tira. Next, let's talk about impact on relationship. When people prioritize online contacts above in-person interaction, excessive usage of social media can have a profoundly negative effect on real relationships by causing emotional detachment and strain bonding. People who spend too much time on social media frequently develop a greater interest in online interactions and pay less attention to the people in their life who are actually there, such as friends, family, and love partners. For instance, Instead of having deep thoughts, a couple may be sitting together with both of them glued to their phones, scrolling through Instagram or conversing on the internet. As a result, one or both parties may feel neglected or irrelevant in the relationship, which breeds emotional estrangement. Furthermore, people share edit versions of their lives online, frequently reduced to likes, comments, or quick message, which lack the depth and authenticity of conversation in person. As a result, online relationships are typically more superficial. Constantly comparing oneself to others on social media exacerbates these issues. For instance, comparing one relationship to online depiction of supposedly happy couples can lead to feelings of unhappiness and heightened expectation for their own relationship. Feelings of inadequacy or dissatisfaction may arise when individuals wonder why their real relationship isn't as romantic or attentive as the idealized one they see on social media. Furthermore, if individual begins to base their sense of value on social media validation, such as the number of likes or comments they receive, friendship may suffer, leading to rivalry, resentment, or jealousy among friends. In more extreme circumstances, this may result in a breakdown of open communication and trust, further undermining the basis of human relationships. Ultimately, without a counterbalance of real face-to-face conversation, social media's addictive qualities and tendency to promote comparison and superficial interaction can seriously strain and break personal bonds.
Next, we talk about censorship and the freedom of speech. Social media companies have to strike a difficult balance between policing offensive content, such as hate speech and false information, and preserving users' freedom of speech. This makes censorship and free speech on social media a complicated problem. Social media companies often face criticism for their inadequate filtering of offensive information, leading to the proliferation of hate speech, racist, and violent belief. For instance, accusation of encouraging real-world violence and discrimination have led to the flourishing of hate organization and extreme language on Facebook and Twitter. However, platforms frequently face accusation of excessive censorship, limiting free expression, and using biased or inconsistent moderation guidelines when attempting to control content through the removal or flagging of postings. Users have occasionally expressed dissatisfaction over platform arbitrarily removing content that address sensitive political or social topics such as human rights violations or government corruption, while ignoring the other objectionable material. Social media sites such as Instagram and TikTok accused of stifling voice during movements like Black Lives Matter and the Hong Kong protests prominently remove or shadow ban activists posts on political dissent and police brutality. This settlement of users' right to free speech irritate them particularly when a moderation decision appear politically motivated or arbitrary. Finding the correct balance is quite challenging since what one group views as free speech may be hurtful or detrimental to others. The task facing social media companies is to impose content moderation that stops hate speech, false information, and harmful content from spreading while allowing meaningful and lawful discussion to continue, which are crucial for democratic discourse and and the advancement of society. Thank you.
Thank you, Aidil. In my opinion, the commercialization of social media, primarily through influencer and target advertising, has greatly influenced a culture of consumerism by persuading users to buy unnecessary items. Influencers are essential for marketing products, lifestyle, and trends on social media sites like YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. These platforms have grown to be important centers for advertising. These influencers frequently present an idealized view of life of their followers, exhibiting high-end products, stylish apparel, and the newest technology, which might inspire desire and aspiration in them. This type of marketing particularly affects younger users since they grow up to influencers and regard them as relatable role models. But this can also create a materialistic society where having the newest thing or keeping up with the trends, even if they are superfluous or financially unaffordable, is a sign of success and happiness. For instance, even though they don't need or can afford them, teenagers may feel under pressure to purchase pricey skincare products, fashionable apparel, or digital gadgets just because their favorite influencer recommend them. Target advertisement powered by algorithms that monitor user activity and flood people with personal content based on their online habits or interests exacerbate this problem. This makes it more difficult to avoid making impulsive purchases. Young consumers may eventually develop detrimental spending habits as a result, putting a consumption ahead of deeper principles like personal development or financial responsibility. Frequent exposure to influencer-driven content and target advertisement, which promote a materialistic attitude that views accumulating more possessions and adhering to consumer trends as indicators of status or self-worth, influences young people's perception of success and happiness.
I'm totally agree with you, Ziva.
Yes,
Okay,
we
the last point is ethical concern with influencers. Concerns about social media influencer ethic are growing, particularly when these influencers use their platform to promote unhealthy or immoral goods, service, or action that prioritize financial gain over the welfare of their audience, regardless of whether the items they recommend are safe or effective. Influencers Influencers who have a mass big following and a great trust from their audience frequently work with brands or organizations that pay them to do so. Influencers who promote products not scientifically proven a beneficial, like dubious beauty treatment, unrealistic lifestyle standard, of unproven dietary supplement without disclosing any potential risk to their followers, raise significant concern. Fans, especially the younger ones, who are still easily swayed, are frequently dubbed by these product recommendations into thinking that using them will provide them with the same favorable outcomes as their idols. Influencers, for instance, have been known to endorse potentially dangerous products like weight loss medications and skin whitening lotion invention. Due to the lack of laws governing influencer marketing, influencers frequently get away with making false claims or missing crucial safety information, which leave their followers in danger. Furthermore, influencers often fail to disclose sponsored content, thereby hindering viewers' ability to discern discern the financial motivation behind the promotion. This often blurs the line between legitimate content and paid promo. Similar to many other nations, Malaysia is striving to ensure that influencer marketing techniques are transparent and ethical by enhancing media literacy and creating more efficient rules in response to these ethical issues. In addition to making influencers responsible for promoting safe, truthful, and ethical material, this involves educating customers about the value of critically assessing the goods and lifestyles that the celebrity advocate.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone and welcome to today's forum on the impact of social media on modern society. I'm Nurul Nazifa binti Asmadi.
I'm one Aidil Aiman Duan Zainal.
I'm Shakira Tira binti Ahmed.
Today we will share our perspective on the role social media plays in our lives today, its benefit and the challenges it brings. Before we start our discussion, I want to share the definition of social media. Social media refers to online platforms and technologies that enable people to create, share, and exchange information, ideas, opinions, and content in virtual communities. This platform typically allows users to interact with each other through posts, comments, message, video, and image. Examples of social media platforms include Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Social media is widely used for communication, entertainment, networking, business marketing, and staying informed about current events. Let's begin by framing our discussion around how social media has revolutionized communication. Ideal, let me start with you. How do you think social media has transformed the way we connect with others?
Thank you, Nazifa. Social media has undeniable reshaped communication. In the past, reaching out to someone meant writing letters, or phone calls, or face-to-face conversation. Today, it's instant platform like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and WhatsApp allow us to share our life in a real time, breaking down geography and even language barrier. It has made the world smaller in that sense. People can connect with someone across the world within seconds. However, I think this instant communication has also brought a challenge. While easier to stay in touch, it's often the cost of meaningful, deeper interaction. People sometimes replace in-person relationship with a quick online message, which can feel superficial.
That's a valid point, Ideal. It's true that while social media has made it easier to communicate, the quality of those communication is debatable. Moreover, the rise of social media has led to a shift in how we perceive relationship and social interaction. The convenience of sending a quick message or liking a post can create an illusion of connection, yet it often lacks the deep and emotional resonance of face-to-face conversation. This phenomenon can lead to feelings of loneliness as individuals may find themselves surrounded by virtual connection but lacking genuine supportive relationships. Additionally, the current nature of social media profiles can contribute to unrealistic expectation and comparison. Users often showcase only the highlights of their lives, leading others to feel inadequate or disconnect from their own realities. This can foster a culture of competition rather than community, where individuals seek validation through likes and comments rather than authentic and engagement. What do you think, Aileen?
In my point of view, the rapid spread of information on social media can be a double-edged sword. While it allows for the sharing of a diverse perspective and experience, it also facilitates the dissemination of misinformation. This can create a confusion and mistrust, particularly in a times of a crisis when accurate information is crucial. While social media has revolutionized the way we connect, it is essential to navigate this landscape mindfully. By prioritizing meaningful interaction and being aware of the potential pitfalls, we can harness the power of social media to enhance our relationship rather than diminish them. Balancing online engagement with a real-world connection will ultimately lead to a richer, more fulfilling social experience. Now, Tira, what's your take on this? Do you think social media enhance our relationship, or do you feel it has a negative consequence on a personal connection?
Thanks, Aidil. I agree with you on my many fronts. Social media definitely makes it easier to stay in touch, but I also feel that it can distort the idea of what connection really means. I will notice that some people, especially the younger generation, may feel pressure to maintain a certain image online or to compare themselves to others based on what they see in their feed. This can create a false sense of connection. That being said, social media does have its positive. It helps people stay informed about important events in each other's life, like birthday or graduation. But it also allow allow us to connect over shared interests. For example, communities built around hobbies, causes, or profession are stronger because of platforms like Twitter or Link. But the question is whether these connections are as meaningful as offline ones.
Interesting. It seems both of you acknowledge the advantages but also recognize some downsides. Moving forward, let's talk about how social media influence mental health, which has become a hot topic in recent years. Ideal? Do you think platforms like Instagram or TikTok contribute to the rise in anxiety or depression, particularly among young people?
Yes, I do think there's a strong connection between social media and mental health issues. The problem lies in the fact that social media often promotes an realistic version of life, filters highlight reels, and curate posts can create a pressure to live up to these ideals. Younger users in a particular may struggle with self-esteem when they constantly see influencers of peers living a seemingly perfect life. That said, it's not all bad. There are many mental health awareness campaigns on social media that have helped remove the stigma around seeking help. It's about how we use this platform. If used mindfully, they can be empowering, but without self-regulation, they can become harmful.
Very insightful, Aggie. It seems to be a double-edged sword, doesn't it? Chira, what are your thoughts on this topic? How do you think social media plays a role in shaping mental health today?
Thank you, Nazifa. I think social media is both tools for connection and a potential trigger for anxiety. The constant need to post, engage, and respond can lead to a sense of burnout, especially when you feel like you are always performing or competing. The culture of comparison is hard to avoid. Like I did mention, it can also be a platform for positive change. I have seen people build supportive communities around mental health, where they share coping strategies, resources, and personal stories. Their communities help people feel less isolated. So I think it's less about the platform itself and more about how people choose to age with it.
Thank you, Tiro. Both of you have brought up important aspect of how social media can impact our mental well-being. Now, let's shift to another area, privacy and data security. There have been numerous concerns about how our data is being used by tech companies. Ideal? What's your view on the balance between using social media for free and the cost of giving away personal data?
That's a big issue, Nazifa. Most social media platforms are free to use, but the real cost is our data. Every click, every click, like, and share is tracked, and that information is used to tailor it or even influence our behavior. The Cambridge Analytica scandal is a prime example of how data can be used in ways we might not anticipate. The real question is whether we as users are informed enough about how our data is being used. Many people simply click accept without fully reading the terms. I think social media companies need to be more transparent about their data practice, and governments need to implement stricter regulation to protect user privacy.
That's a key concern, especially in today's world where data has become such a valuable asset. How do you think about this, Tira?
The reality is that while we enjoy free access to social media, it is essential to recognize that our personal data is essentially the currency that keeps this platform running. Every interaction we have online fit into a complex algorithm that predicts our preference and behavior often without our explicit consent.
I agree with you, Tira. This raises a critical issue of digital literacy. Users should be aware of what they are agreeing to when they join this platform. It's concerning that many people may not realize the long-term implication of their data being collected and sold. To truly strike a balance, we need to advocate for clear, more user-friendly privacy policies that empower individuals to make informed decisions about their data. Moreover, we should consider supporting platforms that prioritize user privacy or offer paid subscription without the trade-off of data collection. Nazifa, how do you think we can encourage more people to take control of their online privacy?
I think encouraging more people to take control of their online privacy requires a multi-phase approach. First, raising awareness through education is crucial. This can be done by providing accessible resources that explain the importance of online privacy, how data is collected, and the potential risks involved. Workshop webinars and informative campaigns can help users understand the tools available to protect their data, such as a privacy setting, two-factor authentication, and the use of VPNs. Second, promoting digital literacy in school and communities can empower individuals from a young age to make informed decisions about their online privacy. This education should include practical tips on identifying phishing attempts, recognizing scams, and understanding terms of service agreements. Third, advocating for stronger regulation that require companies to prioritize user privacy and provide clear concise information about data practices is essential. When users see that companies are held accountable for protecting their data, they may feel more secure and proactive in managing their privacy. Lastly, we can create a culture that values privacy by encouraging conversation about personal data rights and supporting businesses that prioritize user privacy over profit. By fostering a community where privacy is openly discussed and respected, we can inspire more individuals to take charge of their online privacy. Tira, do you think we are doing enough to protect our privacy online, or are we too lax about it?
I don't think we are doing enough, Nazifa. Like I used to say, we often don't realize just how much data we're giving away. Many users assume that as long as they are not sharing explicit information, they are safe. But even seemingly harmless data like location or browsing habit can be exploited. We need more education around digital literacy. People should understand how to protect themselves using strong passwords, enabling two-factor authentication, and being mindful of what they share. At the same time, there should be more accountability on the part of social media platforms to safeguard user data.
It's clear that privacy is a crucial aspect of the social media conversation. As we approach the end of our discussion, let's talk about the future. What do you think the next few years will hold for social media? Ideal? Do you see it evolving in a positive or negative direction?
Thank you, Nazifa. I think it could go both ways. On the positive side, I see more efforts to create a safer, more inclusive space. Social media companies are beginning to address issues like cyberbullying and misinformation, and I think we will see more tools to improve user experience. However, there's also the potential for increased polarization and the spread of misinformation if these platforms aren't carefully managed. Ultimately, the future of social media depends on how both users and companies evolve. If we push for more ethical use of data, better mental health support, and greening connections, the trajectory could be positive. Thank you.
Thank you, Ideal. Tira, what's your perspective on the future of social media?
I agree with ID. There are a lot of potential for positive change, but it will depend on how we address the current issues. I think we'll see more nice platform emerge, community center around specific interests, values, or identities, which might foster more meaningful interaction. However, there also a risk that social media could become more fragmented with people only interacting in echo chambers. How we navigate this challenge will shape the future.
Both of you have provided valuable insight into the future of social media. As we wrap up today's discussion, I want to thank both Ideal and Shira for sharing their perspective and engaging in this important conversation. It's clear that social media is a powerful tool, and while it comes with its challenges, it also offers tremendous opportunities for connecting, learning, and growth. As we have explored today, the impact of social media on modern society is both complex and far-reaching. While it offers numerous benefits such as enhanced connectivity and access to information, it also presents challenges like misinformation, privacy concerns, and potential negative impacts on mental health. It's clear that a balanced approach is essential. We must harness the positive aspect of social media while mitigating its risks. This requires a combination of individual responsibility, ethical use and thoughtful regulation. Thank you to everyone watching and participating. I hope this conversation has given you food for thought. Until next time, take care and be mindful of your social media use.
Thank you. Bye.